Blucifer. Hope there's no snakes out here in the grass. I know a little lower elevation out here. So here I am, I'm returning, making the return trip to go gaze at the satanic blue horse. Here it is in all of its wonder. Old Blue. It's definitely a sight to behold. I don't know if they've been doing some kind of work here, but there's a crane right here parked. So it happens to be a blue crane, kind of matches. If they've done any work to Blucifer, kind of touch him up a little bit, give him a little shellacking. And I'm gonna plant my phone down and try to get a perspective shot for everybody out there. Show you just how big this guy is. Okay. And I don't have a tripod with me, so bear with me a little bit. Okay, let's try that. Pretty dramatic up close. Let me show you. He actually, I've never noticed this before, but he actually has a little, what appears to be a pee hole. I kid you not. There's actually several holes there. I guess that's a plane going overhead. It's actually got a couple sack holes too, I guess. Maybe that's for like drainage. See that? I don't know if you can see that or not. That's new. It's a new discovery. Yeah, tell me this thing isn't a little intimidating. These glowing red eyes. With that, we have a full moon behind old Blucifer tonight. It's got a section that makes a pretty good stage. Pretty good lighting, eh? I mean, just kind of makes you wonder, like, what motivates some of our political leaders when they commission a work of art like this, right? Makes you wonder a little bit. Kind of their thought processes. It's a little spooky, the sound of those jet engines roaring over your head. How about this? Like this one? That's Blucifer. If you've never met Blucifer, never been to Denver, DIA, there's the demonic horse. 32 foot tall, with his red veins bulging out of his sides and his glowing red eyes, rearing up to crush somebody. This is what welcomes you to the airport in Denver, Colorado. Lovely, isn't it? I mean, it's interesting at least, right? This is a kind of a good tourist attraction, even though you're not supposed to park here and stop. Yeah, it's pretty creepy, really. These guys don't come up with, you know what I'm saying? So I'm at the, it's called the New World Airport, and from the story, this airport was constructed on Native American burial ground, and that kind of drew some controversy. And they kind of made up for it, I guess, by making the canopy of the airport into little teepee shapes, right? Show their respects, I guess. That's probably the best angle right there, right? Lovely, isn't she? Or he, sorry. I get confused these days. Yeah, he's got definitely it's a pretty good size Rocky Mountain oysters down there. You'd think it'd be obvious, but in this day and age, yeah, I guess nothing's obvious. Yeah. He is quite a specimen. Funded by taxpayers. Yeah, so that's that. I gotta get out of here before I get in trouble. Too old to get in trouble, right? Like, once you're over 18, all the fun's gone, and you're looking at harsh sentences, jail time. I don't know how big of a. They probably just give me some kind of fine for being here. Parking in a no parking zone. Something tame like that. You know, this is how I go above and beyond the Call of Duty for my viewership out there. A very, very valued and cherished handful of viewers. So there's Blucifer. Bye-bye, Blucifer. So yeah, I mentioned on the previous time I was here, I mentioned a little bit of the history of the artist and how old Blucifer here, he ended up falling on the sculptor and killing him in the process of creating this work. So again, it's just another pleasant little bedtime story for the kids. You know, when they're boarding a plane, and especially in this day and age, facing all the anxiety that comes with that. Alright, so I just looked it up real quick yet again here. The artist is the Blue Mustang, they're calling it, is the Luis Jimenez. That's what he looks like. Really bad picture. But yeah, that's the guy who got killed by Blucifer. And I guess his family walked off with a pretty good chunk of cash for that hideous looking blot on the otherwise lovely Colorado horizon. Yeah, I think it was, I think the estimate kept getting higher and higher during the process. I'll look all this up later, I'm tired, but I think it ended up being something like $500,000. Still under construction after all this time. Spend millions and millions of dollars on this airport. Billions, in fact. Alright, well that was kind of a bust. But I will be back. 2 weeks.
This percentage that's really misled by these conspiracy theories, it's unclear to me. There's millions of messages out there, you know, where my name or Dr. Fauci's name is used, but do people really believe that stuff? You know, we're gonna have to get educated about this over the next year and understand, you know, how does it change people's behavior? How should we have minimized this, either, you know, working with the social media companies or explaining what we were up to in a better way?